Hey guys, Ralph here. True Power, Trumpet Fitness, Magnificent Monday. And look at this. It's low 60s. It was raining for... Go figure. I mean, the windows are closed and I'm cold. So, go figure. Anyway, this is an early one. And you saw the thumbnail, and this is a significant situation. It is started by a student that I have recently that had a question about getting back into playing after a while. But it's a significant situation with a lot of my students. So let me honk a few notes, and I'll explain, and we'll get to it. Okay, I've not played yet today. This is it. All right. What the heck is he doing? That's not what he's usually doing. The double C is the same. But a little Glenn Miller in there at halftime. Let me explain. Okay. As I said, this is just using one example, and I won't use his name. But this comes up all the time. Okay. Many of my students are comeback players. A lot of them were actually music majors when they were younger and got so frustrated with it and had so little success, they put it away, and then they've come back and the same frustrations, come about, and they see my stuff and, hey, let's give that a try, okay? And I had a student the other day that had pretty much the same scenario, okay? He's from another country, actually. And he bought the book. He got the 1SS. We had one lesson, made great progress, with tone and power and everything in the one lesson. I would say his workable range would be G, A, B flat above the staff. Okay, the high C's were there, but they're not quite what we wanted. So anyway, I got an email from him this morning, and he said there's an opening for fourth trumpet in a big band. He says, I haven't played big band in so long. I would love to play big band. He said, do you think I should go for it, or I should just wait until my chops are better? And I said, oh my God, capital letters. Dude, go for it. Go for it. If that's something you want to do, go for it. Guys, at the end of the day, this has got to be fun. This has got to be fun. And me being retired and all that sort of thing, guys, this is fun. I'm not doing anything that's not fun. Music has got, at the end of the day, has got to be fun. Now, you get satisfaction from succeeding and all that sort of stuff. Fun is not going to, have crappy chops and be down the, it's got to be fun. So you want to succeed. You want to work at it and all that. I get all that. But the fact of the matter is, guys, if it's not fun, don't do it. Don't do it. And you know what? If this gentleman, plays fourth trumpet and it doesn't work out, okay. Now, fourth trumpet in a big band is not going to go much out of the staff. High C and D, I'm thinking it is the top note. So in that way, he's got the chops to do it, even after only one lesson, less than a week. But, guys, go for it. If you're going to have fun doing it, go have fun. Go have fun. And I'll tell you what, us trumpet players, even more so than trombone players and certainly some of the other instruments, we are so beaten up by what the trumpet entails, and the confidence level is so, it ceases to be fun. So if this is something you want to do, go do it. Now, here's the problem. Here's what I'm talking to, and I'm talking specifically, that guy knows who he is, okay? But a lot of my students, especially the comeback guys, have trouble assimilating the lesson, what they got in the lesson, into their performing situation. I can't begin to tell you how many times I get an email from a student who had a great lesson on Saturday, goes in the job Saturday night, is good for about a half an hour, and all of a sudden he can't keep the chops and doesn't know what the heck's going on, is frustrated, comes home, tries to play a few notes, gee, everything sounds great. What the heck happened? Okay, now there's one very obvious one. Tone, power, range, and endurance. Endurance, a lot of times, is the last one to come. Okay? So if you've got a 4-hour rehearsal, after 3.5 hours, if you're crashing, guys, don't beat yourself up over that. Chances are everybody else is crashing as well, and they're not doing true power. So, again, don't worry about endurance if you think it's an endurance thing. Now, at the end of the day, endurance takes care of itself, because the more you relax and the more you play properly, you don't get tired. Now, but here's a more concrete issue for the comeback guys trying to bring the new chops into a playing situation. Here's the thing. If you've taken a lesson with me, you know I do not give specific routines, but I start very, very simple and slow. Scales. A C scale. It's not even an F sharp minor scale. I mean, it's a C scale. Okay? An F scale. Then we go to Clark. Number 2. Many times we don't even get to number 3. Slow. Ba, 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 ba. Simple, simple, simple. Why? I don't want you thinking about anything other than the chops. Okay? That's why you make, at this point, the music as simple as you possibly can. Okay? So, everything's feeling great. Geez, my tone, I can't wait to get to rehearsal. The guys are not going to believe it, blah, blah, blah. You go there, and all of a sudden, okay, guys, let's go. Listen, take out In the Mood, and trumpets, I want to hear you at letter A. 1, 2, ready, go. And all of a sudden, the guys on each side of you are not playing in tune. It's going a little too fast. The saxophones are not subdividing. You know, the guy, all this stuff is going on. And what happens if you're not focusing on the chops? They immediately go back to what you've been doing for 30 years. Okay? And before you know it, you're scuffling, and your chops felt great, yesterday. Okay, that is very, very common. So, what do you do about it? Just what I did. I'm sure you were listening to my intro saying, what the heck is he doing? You get a hold of the book, whatever it may be, concert band, brass quintet, big band in this case, okay? If you can get it before the rehearsal, great. If you can't get it till the rehearsal, bring it home and make that music your routine. Scales, Clark, make that music your routine. Take In the Mood, right? Anything. Doesn't matter. Take it super, super slow. Okay? Chop up the phrases. Just go a couple measures at a time if you have to. Okay? Super slow. Make sure every note pops just like we do in the lesson. The intonation is right. The sound is right. The tongue feels right. The tongue feels locked in. Okay? That's just as much of a routine as a workout as you're getting as Scales or Clark. Don't kid yourself. It's not the notes. It's the compression. So make sure your chops are right. Stop when you have to. And reset. Just like I did. Stop. Spit buzz it. Reset. Then go back and incorporate that into the music. Now, if you do that for a week and you get through pretty much the whole book, Guys, you're not going to have that trouble. I'm telling you. Because, again, I've said a zillion times, we're talking muscle memory. And if your muscles memorize, they remember what it's supposed to feel like when you play in the mood or whatever, you got it. They're not going to do anything else. They've memorized one way to do it, and as long as you've done it right, you will not have that problem. And then, when you're not stretching, when the tongue isn't going back, then you're not going to have the endurance problem. I guarantee it, at that point, you're going to finish the 4-hour rehearsal killing it, and everybody else is going to be on their knees with sore lips. That is the reality of it. Okay? Now, a couple other tips. Okay? You get to the rehearsal, and geez, you're crashing. What the heck? There's nothing you can do. Okay. Well, you're not playing all the time. While the clarinets or the saxophones are rehearsing something, or you have 10 bars off, 15 bars off. It doesn't have to be super loud. Bring the chops back. The spit buzz is your friend. The spit buzz is your friend. Okay? And you're back. Okay? Little tip. Nobody has to even realize you're doing it. Okay? Now here's another one. Okay, your chops are crashing. 10 minutes until we take a break. If I can just make it to the break. Okay, you get to the break. Don't pull a Doc Severinsen and go in the other room and spend the whole break practicing. Maniacally trying to get it back. Guys, remember, the actual act of playing the trumpet breaks down muscle. You don't build up muscle until you stop. So that break is important. Take the break, relax, go hang with the guys, don't forget about it, and you'll come back completely refreshed. Now, here's another thing, especially if you had before the break had a little trouble. Okay? Okay, 2 minutes before. Then you go over in the corner and spit buzz. And play a couple scales, and I guarantee you the chops will feel much better than when they did. Go back to your scales, just a couple Clark studies, and then go back and finish up the rehearsal. Okay? Also, everybody talks about cooling down and everything. Don't bother. Don't bother. Okay? That should help a little bit. But guys, at the end of the day, have fun. Oh my God. If you can get past that hurdle, and I think that's the best thing about true power. You don't have to worry about it. You know, oh God, I didn't warm up. I didn't practice my chops. You get past that hurdle and just have fun playing the music. That's worth 100 times the price of a 1SS mouthpiece in my book. 1,000 times if you can actually get to the point where you're having fun. I don't know if you can tell. I hope you can. I love doing this. I'm having a blast. You kid, retired guy sitting here at his jammies teaching trumpet. I mean, it's wonderful. This is great. It's got to be fun. So, to my friend in the Netherlands, go have fun with your big band and enjoy it. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, for whatever reason, then you come back, you regroup, you get the chops great, and when the chops are ready to go, you go try it again. It's as simple as that. Love you all. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables, and I'll see you tomorrow.